Hey everyone, welcome back to the Chessyard. This is DhairyaBagga, and I'll be playing the 5 minute Blitz today on chess. So let's get started. Got the black pieces here, so I'll play c65, irrespective of the fact what he starts with. Alright, exchange the piece. And here I can first develop the light square bishop. The threat is the queen coming to a4, which I can meet with the knight. So going with regular development moves as of now. Developing the knight to f6, taking some initiative in the center. The knight is controlling the center square. He's trying to pin my knight, so I'll get my bishop. I can kick away, and he has to take, then there's no other option. Uh, but this looks like more of a closed game where my knight would be helpful than the bishop. Okay, here I can make my queen move. Or nope, that can be a bit risky. He can get his bishop then on the diagonal. How about leaving the pawn? Bad idea. I'll just move the pawn forward. b6. Saves everything for the time being. There's no protection for the knight, but that's okay for now. I can move away my knight now. After the exchange, my center pawn goes here, so not a good square, but rather I would move knight over here. If he takes back my bishop, I'll take with the knight, opening up the c file. He doesn't take. And that gives me a chance to get my rook on the c file. So rook c8. Now the next move coming is knight to a5, attacking the queen, and then I can acquire the square c4 with my knight. Knight goes this order. Yep. Knight sits good here. There is a retrieval square for sure, which is this as well as this. Uh, d6 and a5. I have to move my knight. If I go back on the a5, then again I have to come back. The process remains the same. Rather, I'll remove the bishop from the game, or hold on, can I trap his bishop and win a pawn somehow? Won't be possible right away. I have to move the knight back. If he takes back, I'll take back with the bishop. Takes on the knight, I take back. It's attacking the queen, so he has to take or move away his queen. Up to him. Oh, he misses the queen. Queen blunder. More than happy to take it. Let's take on the rook as well. After he takes it, now I can castle, making sure there's no threats of attack happening over there. Now bishop to d3 makes more sense, attacking the knight. This knight is safe here. Let me just trap one of his pieces here. Can I? Where's the knight going? I'm still wondering. Okay. And how does he meet the move? Queen attacking the knight. If he goes back here, I'm attacking with the bishop backwards. I can trade off pieces. Looks pretty good. Or I can uh, let's trade off. Why to take tension when you have got the queen? Pretty happy exchanging the rook as well if he wants to. He should not. Not good for him. He lost his queen. He takes. I take back. (1956) and still lost queen like that. Yeah, it can happen. Loss of concentration when you are thinking something else. Plans don't go as per what you're thinking. Few things we can do here. Let's start off. There's no last rank threats, so let's take the queen, threatening the pawn. If he moves the pawn forward, we take with the bishop. Pawn chain is already strong, so the light square bishop is pretty useless already. Let's gobble the pawns. Is the knight doing anything? I don't think so. Just trying to make sure that he's maneuvering his pieces for the betterment, not letting me develop my pieces. Okay. Let's start with h6 and then followed by g5 if he takes, which he has to. I can take back with the pawn. Where does the bishop go? I'm going to exchange the bishop wherever he goes. He's trying to pin my pieces. Again, not going to help. You take that and I take your bishop. And after takes, I come and attack both the pieces. Probably can save only one. Can he find a way to save two? I don't think there's a way. He loses on the bishop. Let's push the pawn forward. Oh, he sacks with the knight as well. Thank you. I'll just close the situation. No pawn movements. Let's go with the queen. Attack. Attack. We're taking on the f pawn. Get the queen. Get another queen. Check. And mate. Yep, he tried to hang in there, but it was too much powerful to contain. Let's analyze the board once. We'll start off with, I'll just turn on the best move arrows as well. Yep, and then let's revisit the game once. So c4, c6, knight c3, pawn d5, He captures. I take back the best moves. He moves d4. Here I develop the bishop first, and he moves g3. I follow it up with e6. He develops the bishop, and then I develop the knight on f6. I have to pin the knight, which I save by moving the bishop, remove the pin by moving the bishop to e7 here. He moves e3. I develop the knight, final minor piece to be developed on c6. He gets his queen on b3. Well, I could have punished that actually. If I go over here, there are like lots of threats happening, irrespective of the fact what he does. If he takes, I'll take back with the pawn so that the knight is guarded. How is he saving a fork by moving the pawn? Maybe. Then again, I can take the pawn. Things don't look good for him already. This could have been one line, but let's go back to the game where I rather chose to move b6, which was also in favor of black only. I'm still leading the position. He gets his knight, his rook to c1, a pretty standard move. And generally, when rook comes to c1, you will see the other rook also comes to c8. But here I think I delayed it. Yep, I moved the knight first. Yes, I saw this after moving, so I didn't. I thought that let me wait and see what he does. And here he does a mistake. He didn't capture the knight, and then I get my rook on the c8. He develops the knight, attack the queen with knight a5. He gets the queen on b5, and then knight goes over to c4. Now computer suggesting that it's in favor of white, and he has to break the center so that as soon as he does, the support of the knight would be gone after, because he has like two attackers. If I use both the defenders to take back, my knight would be hanging. Here he did a mistake, and again, I couldn't punish him properly. I should have moved the knight over here, or even this looks good to me now that computer was suggesting that I can probably fork both of his pieces. Yeah, that was one more line, but then I moved my knight back to b3, attacking the queen, and he misses to save the queen. That's very rare. Otherwise, the game was pretty much neutral as per the development, could have gone anywhere. But yep, thereafter there was like the way that he could have saved the game. So taking on the rooks, just going for piece exchanges, attacking the knight, just trying to exchange pieces. That's what I'm doing here, and then giving the rook away as well. He takes, I take back with the queen, and I move to c2 with the idea of capturing the pawns from behind, so that once these pawns are gone, the knight would be helpless. And that's what I start to do. I take on both the pawns, gets his bishop, and then he moves his king up, and I push the g5 so that he has to exchange. After that, he moves his bishop over here. I just ignored the fact and it capture on his bishop on f4. He takes back, and then queen to d6, making sure that one of the pieces is gone. He saves the knight and loses the bishop. And then knight goes to c3. I keep started pushing my pawn forward, and he literally gave up. He was trying to win on time, but again, when you have queen, you have bishop, it doesn't take much time to mate. But I had time, so I got a couple of queens extra over here. That's what I started doing. Queen comes to d3. Bishop comes. Okay, bishop comes afterwards. Yep. And then I tapping on the pawns. Bishop, all its pawns. Queen on the center. It's like guarding both the pawns as well, and then just keep pushing the pawns forward. As soon as you get the queen's mate as like around the corner, you don't need to think anything at the end when there's time pressure as well. Just pushing queens and yep, right mate. So yeah, three queens, not required though, but yeah. I hope you like the video. Some kind of a mistake that happened. The queen giveaway by a 1956 player is something you don't generally anticipate, but yeah, it was a good game. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye bye.